Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
How you guys doing today?
I like the acoustics in here.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
I hope it's not echoey.
Echo. Echo. I could clap and then Sarah would be angry at me.
She's already evil eyeing him.
No face. That's no face. Not doing that.
You hear this?
What are you doing? Why are you doing that? New studio. We're excited to be here. So much fun. Small steps in getting ourselves under one roof again.
Yeah, if you didn't see last night's video, it was just a fun little jump on and, do some rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Warm and Cozy Quilting, beautiful Columbia, Illinois. I'm Jason.
I'm Danielle.
Hello, Danielle.
Hi.
How you doing?
Welcome to him. He knows who I am. Why is he asking me, like...
Who's this person?
And who's behind the camera today? Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. Thank you for doing the camera things.
Yes. No problem. She's awesome.
Oh, so today we're doing it again.
We're starting blocks.
Sampler blocks. We're going to do another 12. We did one earlier this year. We had Barb had posted in our Quilters Collective group her inspired, what she did.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if you aren't in the Quilters Collective and saw what Barb did, goodness gracious. Barb,
awesome.
If you're watching, fantastic job. I love it. She may or not be watching.
And a lot of you did some of the blocks with us. Maybe they're now orphan blocks. I hope not, but maybe.
Maybe not. Not if we're doing these, then they have more friends coming.
So I didn't tell anybody this.
Oh.
And so I thought I would share with everyone. They love when I do these things. His face turns like this is great. Okay.
It's terror.
So
Terror.
if you wanted to do a sampler and you were like, I don't know how much fabric, I want to do it like yours.
Okay. It's going to be pretty.
Here's what I suggest.
What do you suggest?
Get 20 to 25 fat quarters.
Okay.
Fat quarters are going to be great for the sizes of pieces that we're going to need.
Mm-hmm.
And you could use any fat quarters that you want. But if you wanted to look like mine, you would probably want to get Cafe fat quarters.
We are doing the
I'm going to do Cafe on all of my blocks.
Yes.
Then you're going to want some background fabric. I think I'm going to stay pretty consistent with my background.
Mm-hmm.
And, we were putting this together today, and the background doesn't really have to be
the majority of the block?
Or the majority. Or, we moved it around.
Yes.
Anyway, so generally when I see patterns written, they need 2 yards plus of background fabric. I think with a lot of the prints being so big, you may want to use 2 solids sometimes. Like if I have 4 or 5 different things in the block.
Give it some room to breathe.
Right.
Good call.
So
competition.
it is a scrappy quilt.
Of course it is.
It's not going to be, I don't have all of the yardage. I mean, this morning, this piece was going to be pink, and this piece was going to, and you see, they are not the same size. So I changed my cutting this morning. So I would love to say, oh, this is exactly what you need to do it exactly like me. Well, this is how I work.
Yeah, it happens.
So I would just suggest getting 20 to 25 fat quarters of Cafe and 2 yards. So this pink is Tula Pink's designer collection, and this color is Tula Pink.
Oh, is that what that one is?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Huh.
So you're probably not going to need 2 full yards. Maybe you will. Maybe you want to mix it up. Get a half a yard of pink, a half a yard of green, a half a yard of purple, and in each block you can kind of use a little bit different solid.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
So anyway, that's my suggestion if you want to do it like me.
Absolutely. And all of our friends that are joining on out there saying hello. There's so many of you.
Good morning to everyone.
Hello. Good morning. And thank you for joining us, even if you are doing laundry. That's fantastic. Thank you, Karen.
I wish somebody would do my laundry.
You wear the clothes, you do your laundry. That's how it works. Mm-hmm. The questions, if you have any questions during any of this process, don't be afraid to ask the questions in the comments.
Yes, please.
That's why we're here. This can be interactive. This is intended to be fun, not a chore. So if you
Oh,
have
yeah.
questions about anything of we've talked about, just throw it out there, or just say hi. Cool. What was I going to say? A couple things before we dive into the blocks.
Oh, Robin, forgot about time. Everyone changed times.
Oops. Yeah, that was this past weekend. I'm still not over it. Miserable.
I keep waking up at 5 a.m. Like, bing.
Wide awake. Body still thinks it's sick.
Now, here's the deal. Last week, 6 o'clock, I could, or, 2 weeks, whatever. 6 o'clock, I couldn't get up.
Magically, she was unable to wake up.
And I'd push it, I'd snooze and push the alarm.
Right.
Now, I'm awake at 5 a.m. like I'm supposed to be up already. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, Arizona doesn't acknowledge the time change thing. I don't think Indiana does it either. There's a couple states that don't. So someday maybe we'll all join that parade. We'll see how it goes.
I don't know. I don't like it, but I don't not like it.
Illinois keeps talking about joining and not changing.
Right, but
which
we
is going to
live,
be a nightmare for the people
we
on the
live
Missouri
right
side.
on the border of Missouri. Yeah, it would not be good for us because I would go, but what time is it over there?
Right?
Yeah, drive 10 minutes away and it's a different time.
Yeah.
Whole other
Anyway,
thing.
we'll worry about that later.
Yeah. All right. A couple things to remind you guys before we dive in on as far as announcements. We are moving stuff around at the shop. The sales floor shouldn't be changed much as we do this. But if you come in and things seem a little chaotic, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just bear with us as we get things resituated.
If my mood is inconsistent with what you've seen in the past.
If her mood is inconsistent with the past, yes, changing and moving is not fun for anybody. Also, do not forget, we are in the midst of an end of the bolt sale currently.
Yes.
Started yesterday.
Good stuff.
It goes until the 20th, which is next Saturday, Sarah?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't have a calendar in front of me. Means come into the store, pick up a bolt that you love. If it's got 2 yards, 5 yards, 15 yards, you want the whole piece, 20% off. That means you take everything that's sitting there on the bolt.
Yes, that's awesome, right?
Which is fantastic.
So it includes our clearance stuff. It includes all of our solids, our Paintbrush Studio solids. You've been using those. You love them. Come get. So first of all, Paintbrush, when they send us fabric, or all of their solids are only on 10-yard bolts.
Yeah.
I have had customers who have bought an entire 10-yard bolt because they like that gray. And so then they know that they have that gray in their stash at home for this project, for the next project, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they know it's going to be consistent. So it is not uncommon for somebody to buy 10 yards, and you're more than welcome to do so.
Absolutely.
You could buy a brand new bolt, and it could still be end of bolt if you take the whole piece.
Well,
It's 20% off.
Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry. There are tiny exclusions. No big deal. We'll talk about them later.
Also, for those of you that are remote all the time and can't come to the shop to enjoy this, we will have an end of the bolt sale
Next
Black Friday.
Oh, wait. Black Friday. Not next
1
Friday.
p.m. Black
I don't know what it
Friday,
is.
Facebook Live, into the bolt sale. Make sure you're here. Set it on your calendar. Go back.
Mhm.
Get some stuff. It's a good old time.
Mhm.
I do want to point out, Jackie, our Indiana friend, said that Indiana does acknowledge the time change thing. They do that. Now, this is what my experience with this was, Jackie. That I don't know Indiana, obviously. I don't live there.
I think there's part of it, though.
I went there for a job one time. We had a project. I had to be there at 10 a.m. We walked in the store, and somebody met us and said, "Oh, they're gone already. They were here at 10." It was 11 o'clock. I don't know when a time change happened or why that county or that location was anything different.
Right.
So
then Sherry Jo said Missouri and Illinois need to make.
Yeah, they really
maybe,
need to be like
I don't
friends
know.
or something.
Was it Sherry Jo?
Yes.
Yeah. But see, Illinois thinks that it's just Chicago.
Yes.
So they make decisions
They
for
don't care about
Chicago, and so
Missouri.
they think, well, who the heck's going to Missouri? Anyway. Jason, okay, a couple years ago, he was so excited because they were talking about it, and Illinois was going to do it. And he was like, yes, I'm so done with that. And I'm like, yeah, but you work in Missouri. You're still going to have to change.
It would've
He
been
was
awful.
so...
That would have been awful. Now I don't care.
He went right from being very happy to...
She goes,
yeah.
sad.
Anyway. Okay.
Oh, man. Anyway, and Cindy, I'm glad you have snow. We actually saw some snow flurries here yesterday,
yeah.
which was really weird and concerning because I'm not ready for that.
Well, especially because like it was 75 2 days ago.
That I had my garage doors open. I was enjoying the weather.
And then there's snow.
beautiful,
So then
and
it's like
miserable.
I
I don't
I'm
like this.
fine with snow. I like
Can you
it.
keep that up north, please? Just
Yeah.
keep that up there. Just, ugh, yuck. No,
Yeah.
thank you. All right. So ready to do this whole block thing?
I don't know. Do we? I mean, it seems like we went pretty quick through.
We have piecing to do. I want to make sure we have
Oh,
time
yeah.
so that we can get through this, so everybody can see a finished product. And yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we sent out cutting instructions yesterday. You all should have seen those. If you're following along, this is what you
Playing
need.
along at home.
Today we are doing this is called Whirlwind. This is what EQ7 called it. Effectively, what it is basically a pinwheel
Mm-hmm.
with a little bit of pizzazz.
Mm-hmm. We like pizzazz.
So I've seen it named the Windmill, the Whirlwind, the whatever you want to call it. So we're calling this the old Windmill block.
Okay.
That's what I'm
We're
calling
it Whirlwind.
This, I don't know why this says Whirlwind and why hers says Windmill. I don't know, because
Call it whatever you want.
regional dialects, pick a word.
Okay, so can I start sewing?
Yes, what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna piece on this Janome.
Oh,
You guys see my machine?
look at that beautiful machine. What is this
I really
one?
would like to finish this coffee, but I guess I gotta get working.
Well, you can tell them about the machine.
So this is the 9450, which is my mom keeps threatening to take it home with her. Pretty awesome machine, and she totally might.
She
But
may
look at
still
this.
go and do that.
So, but look at this. Look at this.
Oh my gourd, there's a light.
I mean, does it show on camera?
It's hard to see, but you can see it.
I mean, you can see
So
it
this
slide
little-
out.
This whole thing that's split out right here is a light, right where you need it.
So I don't have to get another standing light and put it here
Exactly.
in my way.
Exactly. I've had things that I've put like here and behind, and
Oh, I remember that little foldy light you had that you would set and then like you'd work and then it'd fall into the way.
Yes.
and-
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Jason did install
Oh,
some
thanks.
lights in my room that makes it pretty much like the sun.
Yes.
It's super bright in my sewing room.
Well, I got
But-
tired of watching you fight with this little like S lamp thing. It was just atrocious. So
Yeah.
that's actually a much better idea. Just put the light.
Can I set
On the
this
machine.
here?
Absolutely, I won't drink
I'm
it.
trying
It's
to
got
figure out
hazelnut
where
in
we
it.
can set things. Okay. The table's still the same size. I don't understand what my problem is.
Suddenly we just
Okay.
talk.
So I'm going to piece together all these little ones. So these, effectively, you have a triangle that's this size.
Yes.
If you look here, you cut two squares, 6 and 7/8, cut them diagonally once. So you had 4 pieces like this.
Yes.
Then you had one block like this that was 7 1/4,
Mhm.
and you cut it on the diagonal twice. So
Right.
you would have 4 pieces like that.
Okay.
Same with these. So these two are the same size. I'm gonna go ahead and sew these 1, 2, 3, 4 together, and then we'll press them and we'll move on. And
Okay.
you can
Totally.
talk some good history and such.
Okay, great. Let's talk some history. So windmills.
Should I have put this? Can they see this? I mean, this is kind of a mess. I guess when I get the pieces done, we'll put them up
Yeah,
on the
throw 'em back
wall.
there.
Okay.
That'll be easier, I think, than anything else.
This is what the block's gonna look like.
So this is a picture of what the block's going to look like, our finished product with the fabrics we're using.
Mhm.
It's, as you can see, very capey and very bright pinky, because Tula Pink. We also have a version of this. If you were to take just this block and do an entire quilt of nothing but this windmill, here's what it could effectively look like. I don't know that EQ7 scaled that print properly, but you get the gist of it. So a lot of different varying size windmills. Also, it's a fantastic one. Do you have the varied color one on there as well? If you got real wild and crazy and creative, you could do a little change up with your color combination. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Oh, that's a different one. What about the other one? Do you have the other one? Oh, goodness. It's okay. Still, so much fun. So yeah, that's just some idea of what you could do with this. Again, it's all the different varied windmill effect. So, all right. You ready for some information?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. What's a windmill?
Tell
Really?
us.
This is where I started. I don't know. So according to the National Park Service, the Great Plains used to be unfit for cultivation And the European windmills were large, expensive, and not very functional. So around 1854, a fellow by the name Daniel Halliday.
Danielle, not
Daniel.
Daniel. How about-
Daniel Halliday developed
I-
a new windmill to help pull water up from the ground. So, because that's where all the water was, because the Midwest and plains and dry. What you looking for there? Need to help?
Well, so this is the first time I've used this machine,
Yeah.
and I was just double checking my 1/4 inch,
Does look 1/4 inch.
which you should do. You don't just start sewing on
And trust the machine.
and trust that it's at a 1/4 inch. You just want to make sure, and that's what I was trying to do. And I didn't really bring like a nice seam gauge to check.
Oh, okay.
You show the other repeat.
Oh, do you have the other repeat now?
Yes.
We're already into the history. You'll have to wait a minute. Sorry. All right.
You can't talk about history and show
I can't
you-
change gears like
show
that,
you-
guys.
Show
I'm
you a
sorry.
picture at the same time.
So anyway, European windmills, they were not effective and cost effective for, farmers and people in towns. They just couldn't do that. So Daniel Halliday created this windmill.
Daniel?
Daniel. Look, you stop correcting me and sew. What are you yelling at me for? Anyway, so these windmills could be used to help pull up water. They also use windmills for a array of other things, grinding grains and all these other things. So because of this very, what do you call it, staple of life in the plains and pretty much everywhere else in the world, it was pretty much a,
Common
go-to
thing, huh?
to make a block out of as a representation of, kind of like your churn dash. We did that back in January, February. Same concept.
I was surprised that people actually had one of those things.
I know, that was cool to see a picture of that finally. So anyway, I'm completely lost. I'm just totally sidetracked. I haven't had to do history on any of these in so long. I apologize, guys. I'm better than this. Anyway, they are believed the pinwheel blocks, which is basically what this windmill one is. They became popular in the 1800s. They're basically of the 4-patch family, so 4 blocks together. That's 4-patch. And this one uses the half square triangle method. And actually, this one will be half squares and 1/4 square triangles. So whichever method you prefer to use on that will help make these even faster.
So,
Ma'am?
nothing.
What?
A 1/4 square, but it has 3 pieces.
I don't understand quilting. I don't try to translate.
Okay.
I don't get it all the time.
You guys, can you help me with that? Oh, by the way, this machine, so right now, my foot's up, right? And I push on the foot pedal, and it drops the foot for me.
You don't have to go clunk.
You don't have to.
What?
And then when you thread cut, it lifts it up for you.
That's amazing.
I know. It's
Huh.
the little things in life.
That's
See, and I
amazing.
still want to do it, but I don't have to.
So I would love to talk about this machine, but I have history to get through,
Okay.
Danielle.
We're just excited.
So the pinwheel block, again, designed to represent windmills, which were very common in that time frame, the 1800s, the early 1900s. Fun fact, the Oregon Trail, or the first windmill quilt in Oregon was in, where's my notes on that? It's moved on me, Danielle.
The Oregon Trail.
No, there was
There was
okay.
a game. You remember?
Right.
And you could
I love
play,
that game.
You could play the Oregon Trail.
And you could die of dysentery.
You could, and you could.
You
yes.
could have, and a lot of people did
And
in
you
real
could
life.
lose like an ox.
I was
in the
trying to
river.
help you.
No,
I'm giving
they're-
you time to find your note.
I understand.
We're stalling for you.
You stalled, and it doesn't matter if I don't
All right,
have it in my
fine.
notes. I had a name of a person that didn't. I've just fallen apart today, guys. I'm apologizing.
I would try to fill this in with other things right now, but then it'll just
Banter?
distract him.
Yeah,
and
and then I'll
then he
distract what I'm
won't
doing.
even.
I'll do better next time, I promise, guys.
Sheila was
Anyway,
talking about how quiet your machine is.
it is a fantastically quiet
it's
machine.
super quiet and it is like straight. I feel like I'm constantly with my other machines where I feel like I have to be
Pulling and moving and
and,
nudging.
and it's not so much. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I overdid it or whatever. But I took one of the Genomes home and I was showing Victoria. I had my 1/4 inch foot on. I put the fabric there and I stepped on the pedal and I was like, look, no hands, and it was going straight, and it's quiet
Full speed,
and fast.
straight, quiet. It was weird.
Anyway.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
you need
need
more
more
coffee.
coffee.
You need more coffee.
I need more coffee. I need to probably proofread my notes a couple more times.
Okay, so do you not have, what the heck?
Like I said, it was a great little tidbit of information of when so as the folks were going across the Oregon Trail out to Oregon and crossing the plains,
Yes.
they would see these small towns that had these windmills. That's what, inspired them to make the pinwheel blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And the first quote unquote known pinwheel block to hit the Oregon area was in like 1834 or something like that. And I can't remember the lady's name who was accredited with that. It was just fun to have that information.
Yeah.
I don't have it. But then I was going to go into the Oregon Trail, which, if you don't know what the Oregon Trail was a 2,000-mile journey that started in Independence, Missouri, and went all the way out to Oregon City. Lots of people traveled that, moving out west, because, frankly, I don't know. I think I'd like to live out west on the Oregon area because it's pretty out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, arduous, snake-filled, and dangerous. Dysentery. No way to go.
No.
It's no way to go. And then, of course, the Oregon Trail popularized by the video game of the 1971s, which, if you didn't play that, you can play it now on your phone on an app.
Yeah.
It is fantastic and will take all your time away from you suddenly.
Yeah, it does definitely sucks up the time from you.
Yes. Oh, Jackie, our West Coaster, she knows about the Oregon Trail, I'm sure. She lives out that way.
I mean, just 'cause she lives out there, that means she was
Somebody else knows about it?
on the Oregon Trail.
Maybe she was. I don't know. All right, so what have you done so far? You've pieced these two triangles together.
These four, yeah.
Okay, and which way are you pressing your seams?
I'm just going towards the pink because
Okay.
it doesn't really matter on this particular block.
Okay.
Okay, so can we put these on the wall
Yes.
with these pieces and do it correctly? Because I will mix them up.
No extra pressure on Jason, but maybe a little bit. So this guy's going to go here. Then this guy, I'm not going to do this one. I'll do this one. So that's going to go here.
Now we get to see
We're
also
gonna do this
if
guy.
I pieced all of these pieces correctly.
This one will go.
No.
I did that wrong.
Mm-hmm.
See? Why we have a mock-up wall. That way, we don't do it wrong. Because it's very easy to do it wrong.
Pam, we're doing a windmill block today.
Windmill.
So, which is a pinwheel with pizzazz.
Yes, that's what we're going to call it. Pizzazz. Need a little pizzazz in your life? Do a windmill with some pizzazz.
Pinwheel with pizzazz, which makes it a windmill.
Windmill. How's that look? Does that look right? It looks
Yep.
right to me.
All right.
That's
So now
pretty. I like them colors.
I'm going to
What do you
these
think?
together.
Do
Yeah,
it.
what do you guys think? Good?
I like this. This makes sense. I like this. Okay, go. Do it. All right. Oop. Kim Schmidt visited the Oregon Trail in 2001 and got pictures of the kids in the trail ruts. Holy
Oh,
cow,
wow.
that's cool.
That is cool.
Are the ruts still there? That's a long time for ruts to stay.
Yeah, well,
They come out there with a bulldozer or something, flatten that out.
I think so.
Something.
Be erasing history.
Nah, not intentionally. Ruts are dangerous. You can fall and twist an ankle.
Jason, you're saying it like you're going to do it intentionally.
No, I would never. Pamela, love when appropriate for the windy today. It was windy yesterday. I guess she caught our wind from yesterday. 'Cause holy cow. Not a day to have a kite outside.
So,
Carry you off.
blustery.
Blustery. That's a good word. That's fantastic. Oh, look at that. Just smooth right on through. You want me to get the next ones ready?
Sure.
So just standing here, looking pretty. Do.
So again, if you make a bunch of these blocks,
Oh, yeah. Are you showing them the second colorway that I was trying to get them to see earlier?
this is one repeat.
Which one is that one?
This was
That is our repeat, yes.
Yeah.
So that's using the block of the fabric that we currently are making. Yes.
this is the alternate colorway.
Okay. Oh, so this would be if you wanted to really get creative and mix up your fabrics a little bit, kind of alternate your colorways and offset them a little bit. It's really kind of fantastic to me how you can take the same block, mix up the colors a little bit, totally based on placement, get a completely different look and feel of a quilt. So that was me just playing around. I don't know what fabrics those are, what prints those are. I just happen to be in the program. So gotta love it. Oh, I got one more block to get you. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. All right. Here you go. I really wish there was more information on windmill blocks. Like, seriously, they've been around for years.
Yeah,
And then you
well,
try to look up history on blocks and they go to this old quilt, the Tristan quilt. Have you seen this before?
No.
Have you seen this before? Apparently it's
What
the
is it?
oldest known quilt.
Oh,
The Tristan quilt. Old. Really old. Maybe I have to do
Interesting.
something. May have to pull some information out on that. I didn't write it down. I just saw it and I know the name. It's pretty fantastic. What? So yeah, both are pretty. Yeah, they are pretty. I love this type of block. I could probably do this and not lose my mind because I don't like small piecing. This is
Oh.
large piecing.
Jason has decided he's not a piecer.
I am not a piecer. No,
that's
sir.
what he's decided.
It is fact. I am not great at it. Yeah. You think you need to see Jason, so what? What?
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'll run the long arms on video all day long. Sewing.
You should sew. You should watch him sew.
Yeah.
He's mad. All the,
Focused. She misreads the face. It's focus.
is it still on high? Okay, good.
You have to look at the fabric with intention that it knows
Oh,
it's
yeah?
getting sewn together.
Right.
You gotta make sure that the fabric knows who's boss.
Right. If
Yeah.
you don't, then it's going to fold up underneath itself and chaos.
He tries to go really fast.
I do go really fast.
Show no weakness.
Nope. Full speed on that machine. I mean, you hesitate for a second and no. Mm-mm. The fabric thinks it won. No, thank you.
Okay, you can take that.
Oh, thank you. Oh, are we going to trim these at all, or?
Nope. Put it back
Oh,
up
these
on
are
the wall.
fantastic, and they're hot.
So I'm using my little, and okay.
What's
So
up?
anybody who has a Martelli rotating mat,
Yeah.
let me know. So I keep meaning to look into this. Okay, but you can get, so our rotating mat has a little cutting piece
Yeah.
and then the
Yes.
ironing piece. And I was concerned about having this underneath here.
Is it
But
hot
you know
under
what?
there?
It's not.
Maybe they have asbestos in there, so it doesn't transfer heat.
Oh. But I was concerned about all that heat, and then there's my mat.
I think you'd be all right. That doesn't move around as much. Pamela, patience. Hey, Pamela, if I was supposed to have patience, I'd be a doctor. I am not.
He thinks he's hilarious.
I am hilarious. In my own mind. Let's come together.
Come together. So I
Yeah.
always take it apart. I always, because I'm just worried about it.
I think it's just fine.
It is just
It's
fine.
fantastic.
I should just, I keep going.
Give me that.
Am I supposed to do it? And then
We
I
make up
keep
our own rules.
forgetting.
We're good.
That's,
Triple M.
that's,
a whole nother
piece
thing.
is not correct.
You are correct. That is the wrong way. I see it in the video and it looks just terrible.
Yeah, it's wrong.
That's completely
Don't put it
wrong.
that way.
Don't do that, guys.
Here you go. Last one.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to take another drink.
Take some more coffee. You need this. We're almost there.
What else we got going on? So
Look
do you
at
guys
that.
know that we are having a Martelli event? So you
Are
guys,
we?
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. When?
So we have people coming from Martelli December 10th and 11th.
Oh,
Or somebody's going to tell me if I'm
Nope,
wrong.
that's correct.
it sounds right. I'm going with it. I love it.
Sometimes then I'm like, or wait, was it 11 and 12? But then 12 is a Sunday, so obviously that was wrong. Anyway, so December 10th and December 11th, people from Martelli are coming. And, you know, we use all of their mats and cutters and all this stuff. And so
It's a free live
Free.
demo.
live demo
Free live
from
demo.
the Martelli people. So people who actually know, not just me.
You know things.
I know things, but anyway, they're going to bring, and the thing is that I only know the things I know, right? But these are the Martelli people who make the stuff.
So they
and
know.
they have more products that I don't even use, but maybe would be awesome for you.
What is the size of that block? that 4-patch.
You say and measure it, Jason.
Can you tell me the measurements?
Roughly 6 inches.
You have a
Oh.
measuring. Gosh. The finished block is going to be 12-inch.
Right, completely finished. But once we get this all together, it
12 and a
should be
half.
12 and a half.
So these should be
Before it
6 and a
goes
half.
into your,
And this is roughly 6 and a half. This. I use the ironing mat on top of the cutting mat, have almost daily, never had a problem.
I knew I should
Thank
just ask
you,
you, Sharon.
Because Sharon knows.
Sharon came in and told me, so I had the bottom going the right
Oh,
way.
that was funny. That was awesome.
And Sharon's like, no, you gotta flip that over because you need the felt part on the base and then this doesn't slide
That's
around.
what we're on now. It's
I'm like,
magical.
oh, silly me. Anyway.
That's why we love Sharon, because she does smart stuff. And then tells us to stop being silly.
The Martelli demo will be in store.
In store.
In store. We will have them on
Yes.
our
On Saturday
Saturday morning
She's gonna
video.
come hang out
She's gonna
with us.
hang out with us.
That'd be fun.
I don't know if it'll be a full on, same thing you would get in store, but it'll be a
Right.
lot of information.
Please get some information. Say hi. All that stuff.
About
Going too
Martelli visiting us is that they're able to offer some special discounts that we can't always offer. So
That'd be awesome.
if you've been thinking about and
You need a
waffling
Martelli
on the
table in your
Martelli,
life?
Ooh, Mom was talking about a chair.
Do they have chairs?
They have
Yeah.
chairs apparently that are awesome.
Ooh.
So
That's
she's like,
fantastic.
I really want one of those chairs. So anyway, I
Get
don't know
that.
about chairs.
If you're
Don't know.
interested in going, absolutely tell us what you want to see and what products of theirs you're interested in, because we can let them know before they come, and then they'll be sure to bring those
Mhm.
and demo them for the demo.
But make sure you let us know you want to be here and, what day. 'Cause
Yeah.
We're kind of trying to get a head count on who to
Yeah.
expect.
Yeah.
Like, am I going to have enough room for the 85 people that are showing up, or do I only have 2 people showing up?
Yeah.
And if I have a whole bunch at this time slot, maybe I'll call some people and say, hey, can you move to this time slot? Because we've got, So it is on Friday, you could either come at 10:30 or at, 2:30, yes. 10:30 or 2:30.
Yep.
I think it's also 2:30 on Saturday.
Yeah, so she will be here on that Saturday, so we'll have our regular Saturday morning with, I want to say her name is Jen. Am I making it up?
I think it's, yes, you're making it up.
Okay, so
Because
sorry.
it's like Joe Allen.
It is Joe
It's
Allen.
Joe Allen.
Jason,
What's up,
Jason,
ma'am?
this can't work.
Uh-oh. What happened? How the hell did that happen?
When Joe
What
Allen is
happened here?
here, she will
I
join
took
our
them off and
Saturday
handed you
morning
the side.
video.
That one's the one.
And
that's
so
wrong.
there will be
This one's wrong?
Mhm.
some portion of it
This
online.
should be in the middle. It should be in the middle. This is the wrong.
What did I
Do
do?
you have a seam ripper in here?
Nope.
Okay. So you all get to chat while I go find
We
one.
can chat for a moment. So there was a conversation I want to go back up to. There was somebody asked about shopping from the West Coast. Oh, come on, where is it at? I'm running backwards a bit because we kind of got in the conversation and I forgot to go back to it. How do I get on sales West Coast here? As far as anybody that's out on the West Coast, we always go live on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Central Time, which would be, I guess, 3 o'clock your time. And then Saturdays, here, 9:30 a.m. And as far as sales go, we don't do, any of the comment programs or any of that stuff. But
So on Saturdays, we don't sell you anything.
no, you're just here to hang out with us.
You hang out with us, and then you can go to my website and
Yeah.
you can buy whatever you want.
Because most of the stuff we're using here is available on our website.
On Wednesdays, you don't have to register. We use a very simple process, and we'll talk to you about that on Wednesday, but it's really cool. Also, for anyone and everyone, Mondays, we have a flash sale.
Mhm.
This last Monday, I took them and showed them the fabric.
You did sneak
I
up
did
on
a
us
live
with that.
video,
That was like a ninja
and I showed,
attack.
and I think, I mean, I got so much good feedback about that
Mhm.
because when you go on our website and you see a 1-inch little square, sometimes
Yeah,
that's
it's not the right
it
feel.
doesn't give you
You're like,
enough
"Eh,
information,
I don't know
right?
what that
It's like,
means."
I think that's pretty.
Yep.
When you see it on video, it's really
With
cool.
its friends, it makes so much more sense.
So, so anyway,
So Pamela wanted me to pull out my pocket knife, and I'm gonna just say that's a horrible idea, Pamela.
Mm.
My pocket knife needs
Thank
a good
you.
sharpening, and well, let's just say that'd be scary. I'm not gonna do that.
So usually
Thank you,
this,
Sarah.
usually this doesn't happen. Jason doesn't hand me things incorrectly.
I
So
don't play
he
ball.
probably gave it to me right, and I spun it.
I really
I'm
don't
the
know.
one who turns it around.
I think Jason was like feeling a little like he didn't have his stuff together, so he had to make you look bad too.
Right. It's the
So-
whole thing.
Watch how I rip.
Oh my goodness. Good golly. Ooh, oh, you got cocky.
I got cocky. It is done. See, so there you go. And if you're like, hold on, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
She didn't take as near as long as I do. Here, I'm gonna put them together like that.
Well, let's just do wrong and go wrong again. How could that go wrong?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's gonna go there. Just like that. And then that gonna go.
No.
Nope. Like
Yep.
that. Okay. And then there. Yeah, I don't know how you got the wrong side. I don't know what's
I
going on
probably
here. Magic. That's what we do. Oh, goodness golly. So, there was a request of Jackie of doing a Facebook Live during the demo. Probably won't be doing that. Doing a demo when they're doing their demo to do a Facebook Live. I think that would be a. We have to talk to them and find
so
out.
they will be with us on the Saturday morning,
Mhm.
and they're going to demo a lot of things on the Saturday morning. I don't know if it will be 100% what they're going to do in store, but I mean, probably
Well,
so.
Jackie, it sounds like it's time to plan a road trip to Warm N Cozy Quilting.
Where does she live? Oregon or something?
No.
Oh.
She's our Indiana friend.
Oh, okay. So that's not that far.
Not far. I mean, it's like, if you look at a map, it's like that far away. You zoom out to the whole United States. No big deal. If you're in Texas, that's just going to the grocery store.
Right.
My husband collects pocket knives, and that was his idea. Well,
Oh, yeah.
it
He
should
does
have been
have
the
a
same
pocket
idea.
knife.
I do. I have one. See,
Yeah.
it's in my pocket. But, like I said, it's in dire need of resharpening. So, if your husband's watching, I apologize, sir. I will get it sharpened. I will carry a properly sharpened knife. I'm not a heathen, I swear. I do have my own knife sharpening kit at home, so that safety first. A dull knife is a good way to stab yourself. Don't do
I
that.
think safety is third.
Well, whatever. Whatever makes you happy.
I don't like the way that seam went like that, but that's okay. I'm going to go with it.
Okay. Hey, it's your block here, so. What we got going on here? That's what I do all the time. I have to lay out the full thing and sew it. Yes, yeah,
Me
that's why we
too.
always lay everything out. We try
Me
to
too.
because it's just so much safer that way.
And it's really silly, but this is, I mean, I just think that some people's brains
Mhm.
are better with math. My brain, I remember everyone's name, most everyone, I mean, 90% of people when they come in and people are like, I've only been here one other time and that was 6 months ago. And I'm like, I just know. I don't know. I'm sorry. But I think if I take something from here and I turn around,
It's changed
that
position.
somehow something is wrong. So
So yeah.
it doesn't take long. It doesn't take much for me.
So Alvina, yes, you're not alone in that. You're okay. It's all right. You're not alone in this.
Right.
There's people that join you in this world.
Exactly.
Who was it? April. Every time we start sewing, this question is asked, why the extra pink piece of fabric there?
Okay, so especially if you're using a thread cutter on your machine, what happens is then the it cuts the bobbin, right? And it cuts the top. And the tail of the bobbin is kind of short.
Mhm.
So when you go to start taking a stitch, you know what? I'll just. Oh, can you see it from
Here,
here?
look real close.
Okay, I'm going to come over. Okay.
I will do the camera.
Yay!
So when you start, so my top looks fine. My top looks fine. Did you hear that?
Yeah. That was shocking.
My top looks fine. But when I turn it over, my bobbin has a little mess.
Yeah, little tail of nonsense there.
I do not want this mess in my block.
Right.
So I start on what is called a leader, right?
Mhm.
Little leader,
It's a little scrap piece of
a little
fabric.
scrap piece of fabric. And I sew on that first so that if there is any bobbin issue or whatever, it's going to end up on the back side of that, not on my actual project. Some people use a leader and an ender. So they'll sew on there, they'll sew onto an ender, then they cut thread on there because again, when you cut thread, it could have a little bit of
Loosen your stitch up,
of a loose stitch. When you are making little bitty tiny pieces, it might be very good idea to have both so that she could see.
Yeah.
So that she could. I was like, is the iron on fire?
If we require the internet to tell us that the iron is on fire, we probably just need to shut her down and go home.
Okay. Anyway, so that's why the leader.
That's why the leader, and that's why an ender.
Yes.
Now,
Cool.
it's a habit forming thing, and if you're new
You
to
really
the
have
soul sewing
to,
thing,
yeah,
you just
get
learned
used to
something
it.
awesome. It's going to be a habit you're going to have to form. It's not difficult, but once you start doing it, you will notice that your things aren't pulling apart as easily, and they're good solid stitches running into it. It will make a difference. Absolutely. Let's see here. Regina,
Did you see that I did not put that foot pedal down?
you did not.
I didn't put
How
the
fantastic is
foot
that?
down. It just did.
It's like game changer. It's like we sell these and we want people to have them and change their world. Regina asked about discounts with Martelli stuff and what's going to be going on with the event.
We don't know.
We don't have solid information on that just yet, but as we get closer and we have a little more detail worked out, we will share that with you.
I'm sure we won't share much until they're here because that's how Martelli builds, right?
Surprise!
If you've ever been to a show of any
Yes.
kind, like if you've gone to Paducah, Martelli has big booths, probably more than one booth.
Mm-hmm.
And they run, so it's more or less like going to a show and seeing a Martelli demo and getting the Martelli show demo price, but you just have to come to our shop. Make sense?
Ta-da! So like I said, in store, come see us. That's your best bet, and then see what happens from there. Good fun. So we're almost done with this block. Can you believe it? Moving fast. This is where you would put an ender piece in and just sew into that.
Right. And you could clip that and keep using it as your leader and your ender. You don't have to have multiples. Like I didn't bring scissors or anything today. Like this is, anyway.
We're in a new shop for studio things. So yeah, we're trying to remember what we're doing.
Which was great because when we needed a seam ripper, I could just run over to the shop and grab one.
Exactly. We don't have to run across the parking lot to get one.
I didn't have to put a coat on.
Right.
Right?
Do you want me to press that or no?
Right. No, it's fine. We're gonna just slap that bad boy up here.
Beautiful.
Good for 10,000 more miles. Oh my golly.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
How pretty is that? I like that.
Is there a best
Is that
to use foot when quilting? April, I am so glad you are here asking these questions.
me too. Thank you.
So, because like,
But I'm happy
you know,
with it.
yeah. There are a lot of things to know. When you are piecing, I really should have gotten the 1/4 inch foot out. I will tell you that because we are just getting these machines set up and we are just taking over this new space, we have all of the boxes way up high.
Because
So my
out of the way.
So my 1/4 inch foot, which would have been better to use today,
Mhm.
and I would have been much more accurate, and maybe that point in the middle would have been awesome. It's okay. Okay? See right there? Anyway. So a 1/4 inch foot is much better.
I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to let you go.
Right.
She ain't getting out of this that
Oh
easy.
my gosh.
All
I
right.
was like, man, I could go take a Anyway, but when you have a 1/4 inch foot on any machine, you want to actually measure that it is sewing at a 1/4 inch. I feel like, I told several people that their 1/4 inch was lying to them.
Well, and it can.
And it can.
It can.
Now,
A couple of
also,
threads makes a difference sometimes.
if your pattern is saying to use a scant 1/4 inch, then you need to, what is scant? It's a few threads less than a 1/4 inch. Also, if you didn't know this, if you use a heavier weight thread, like I'm piecing today with a 50 weight Aurifil cotton. If you use a 40 weight, that's a little bit thicker,
Mhm.
and then you're seeing that's taking up a little bit of space. you have a lot of seams in your block, and now all of a sudden your block is not the right size because you've taken up a couple threads, you weren't sewing scant, and now all of a sudden your block is not 12 and a half when it was supposed to end up 12 and a half.
It's off by 1/8 of an inch, which doesn't seem like it'd be a lot.
Right.
What
Well,
your
once
points
you
to
now
me-
have, 20 bucks and you want them all to fit together, they're not going to fit together.
Yep.
If you're going to quilt on your domestic, where you're actually sandwiched together, you've got 3 layers, you can stitch in the ditch. And in that case, you could even use your walking foot. You could use something that is
That
going to
helps feed it
help
straight.
feed everything straight.
Nice.
But if you are going to do free motion quilting, then you need a machine that you can drop your feed dogs
Mhm.
and you're able to move the fabric around and not have the feed dogs pulling on them. So there's a lot of different feet for all of those different activities. Does that
Now
make
the
sense?
9450, you can drop the feed dogs
Yes.
with that. So
Oh,
that
absolutely,
you can
yeah.
quilt with that machine.
Yep.
And you've got all that throat space that you
Ooh.
have to.
I think the only foot that was in here is the walking foot.
Hey, look, it's a walking foot. So it doesn't
So-
actually physically walk anywhere. It's
No,
not going to come to you.
It's actually like
Okay.
an even feed. So it's going to feed on the top and it's like getting feed dogs on the top and the bottom,
Hmm.
taking little bites and moving things forward evenly.
Which is fantastic. All right. So Christine asked the question about pressing your seams.
Mm-hmm.
With this block, it doesn't necessarily matter which way we press the seams.
Right. I will tell you when it does matter, and most of the time it does. But on this one, the only time that I really wanted things to nest together was at this stage. So if I was pressing towards this, towards
Towards the dark
the
fabric.
dark, if I was pressing towards the dark every time, then I was able to nest those seams together.
So it does matter
Mm-hmm.
many times, especially because the key is when you nest that seam together. So this is folded pressed that way, and this one's pressed this way. That seam will kind of interlock. So that way, when you stitch across there, your points will come together a lot easier. And because they're laying different directions, the bulk is going to be a lot less.
Evenly distributed.
Right. Instead of it being all on top of each other, then you have it offset. So it's bulky, but it's not going to be.
So I will tell you that most patterns will tell you which way to press.
Yes.
And I have decided that I didn't like what they were saying and was going to go my own way. And then got halfway through and went, oh yeah, I should have listened to them because that would have helped me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially sometimes they'll say, okay, I want you to go everything to the right or something.
Right.
But I'm like, but I want it to not go towards the light fabric. So I'm going to go this way and then this way and then this way and whatever.
Right.
And then they didn't nest together. So but I've also had one pattern that had an incorrect, something incorrect, and it was about pressing.
Yes.
It was the last pattern that I've done. There was also 60-degree angles. There was lots of things that were difficult. And for the pressing to be incorrect was extremely annoying.
And that'll happen.
Happens once in, years.
Okay. Sarah asked about the HT9 and the feed dogs drop on that. Sarah, is that something you're familiar with immediately off the top of your?
I believe that you can.
Okay. 'Cause, I mean, that's a larger
So yes, you
straight
can
stitch
raise
machine.
and lower the feed dogs.
You can.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, Eileen, you can.
On that straight stitch machine?
That's crazy on a straight stitch machine that'd be reasonable, but hey, whatever.
I mean, it's still going to keep going up and down. So you're
It
just
says
So, yeah,
there's
you're
a feed drop lever on the
Okay.
underneath of the free arm.
nice. So yeah, yes, you can.
Yeah. So you can straight stitch real fast in any direction, apparently.
Mhm.
Ooh. All right. All right. Any other questions of that? So that's our block. Congratulations. You just finished a windmill block. That was this one.
Which is a pinwheel with pizzazz.
Pinwheel with pizzazz. We have a lineup of blocks picked out. We're going to aim to do about 3 a month-ish. That gives us a 4th week to kind of,
Mm-hmm.
figure out
Do
other
something
things.
else?
Need be. Give ourselves a break. We'll continue
Not
to
a
give
break. We'll do something else.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so you're not every Saturday think I have to be here to piece this. You don't have to.
Mhm.
These videos are going to stay out on the Facebook for you to go back and reference to anytime you need it. I
Are
will
they going to be on YouTube?
Yeah.
will be on the YouTubes because we have a YouTube channel. So go over there and like, subscribe, whatever it is that the YouTube does. Keep track of things out there. General reminders, as always, Monday, flash sale. of warmandcozyquilting.com.
Mhm.
That goes live at 9 a.m. It runs until midnight. Danielle's been cutting some ridiculous prices on the fabric out there. Make sure you stop over there and see what she's selling.
A lot
this
of times they've been, well, this last few, they've been 30% off. So.
Good Lord.
Huge markdown.
There is a wall right here. So now when I throw things, it comes back at me.
Yeah, you can't throw it at me.
Whew, no, I was going to throw it that direction, but anyway. There is the Wednesday live sale. We do that every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Central Time. Here, now we're going to be in here. New studio.
And we may change that time, so keep.
Yeah, the hope was to do something different with the new place. Now that we're kind of
Right.
settling in. So we'll keep you apprised of that as much as possible. Debbie's Christmas quilt started. Yes, Sherry Joe, they've just completed week 2. Week 3 is coming this Tuesday at 5 o'clock if you are participating in that because you bought along with the pattern. Yes, it has started. You are behind, Sherry Joe.
The Cherry Joe. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I don't know. So there was a couple things with the
Website?
this thing.
Sure.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember anything. I don't know any details.
Well, so you can go on our website and you can create an account.
Yes.
In that account, you can then make a wish list. You can make yourself like a gift registry.
So I could say I want a handy quilter with a Martelli sorting mat and like all these things.
Yeah.
That would be the best wish list ever.
Yeah. So because the Genomes are not online.
No, they're not. They're not. But I'm just saying.
Anyway, you can make a wish list.
You can.
You can email it to your significant other or your mom or your daughter or whoever.
Okay.
Whoever's gonna
needing to buy for you
says,
this Christmas.
What do you want for Christmas? I never know what to buy you.
You never know.
Look, I need this stripology ruler. It's so awesome and I need one.
Oh, those are fantastic.
Okay?
We didn't get to use that to square up today. Oh.
Or I
didn't have
need a
to.
Martelli mat. I need one of these or this
A
or
new
whatever.
ripper.
A new sim.
Because apparently you don't want to leave them just laying wherever because
Right.
you'll never find it again.
New rotary cutter.
Fun.
So anyway, you can put whatever you want into your wish list. You
Mhm.
can send that off to your.
Were we doing anything to encourage using this? Sarah, can you give me some information on that? I'm sorry, we're going to defer to Sarah.
If you create a registry and you have at least one item purchased off of that registry,
Oh, so somebody has to use it and
correct,
purchase something. Mm-hmm.
During Cyber Week, which is the week following Thanksgiving,
Okay.
you'll be entered to win a $50 gift card.
Oh, so is that the 29th to the 3rd? I think the 26th is, or 25th is Thanksgiving. So then it'll be the 29th to December 3rd.
Correct.
So if they purchase during
Very
that
cool.
week from your wish list,
Mm-hmm.
you get entered for a $50 gift card.
A little extra gift with your gift.
That's kind of a bonus.
That is
That's pretty fantastic.
pretty awesome.
Motivational. Go sign up for your account.
If we only have one person buy something, they win.
Right. So
Yeah.
be that one person. By the
More
way,
people to do it, that will determine how many people are entered for the gift card.
Right.
So
Right.
your chances might be really good.
oh no, Cindy, no! Oh, that's horrible here that her and Jack have become good friends. I mean, it sounds to me like if he's getting that much use, you may need to get a new one soon.
Yeah. So put it on your wish list. They're $1 or $2.99.
I know, worth the shipping cost, but yeah. Oh my goodness. April, should we square up the squares before making the whole one you just did?
I did not. You saw me not.
Right.
You absolutely can.
Should they?
I don't think so because these measurements are exactly accurate. Sometimes I will say I will up the sizes. Okay, so we go on. We use our computer. We use EQ7 or EQ8. We have both. And sometimes it will say to cut things at 6 7/8, and I will say up that. I want it to be bigger, and I want them to square up.
Yeah.
If that happens, if we do that on a particular block, I will let you know. I did not on this. So you were cutting exactly accurately for the piece, for the size the pieces needed to be when it was finished.
Okay.
So I would not square up. I would just keep going. And then I would definitely square this up the end. See, I got some little
Yeah, you got
tails.
some unevenness there for sure. So
And-
your finished product,
Should be 12 and a half.
lay that down, put your 12.5-inch or cut, what you call it, square up ruler.
Mm-hmm.
If you got over there, I got a Scripology ruler over here that I can slap that down and square up my 12.5.
Mm-hmm.
So finished product, square up, but this
Right.
along the way probably.
Yeah. And so like there's particular times when I do square and a square, I always square up. I
Yes.
always oversize and I square up. So there are certain things that as we go along, I will definitely tell you square this up at this point, before you move further. So sounds good.
Yeah.
What else we got? Anything good?
I think this.
Oh no. Cindy had to square so her finish is finished at 12,
Okay. That works.
you know?
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Then make all your blocks.
So all of them go. And again, if you're following along with us and you wanted to do these at 9-inch, you might have to do a little bit of the math on that, and you sure can.
Oh,
You don't have
shoot,
to
I
know
meant to bring
exactly.
that book. So we have a book that shows a lot of different blocks,
Sarah,
and
do
it
you know the
does
book
show
when
you.
look at it?
It shows you if you want them in 6-inch, 9-inch, 12-inch, what you need to cut of the varying sizes.
Yep.
of
And I didn't
pieces
bring the
and-
list of what page this one came out of, if they've got this book at home.
So
But it's
because
in
this
there.
would be a very cool cornerstone block. Let's
Oh,
say
absolutely.
you make all your other blocks 12.5 inches, and you just want these in the cornerstones with sashing. Then
Right.
you could make this block at 6
There it
inches or,
is. Thank you,
or
Sarah.
at 4 inches.
Yeah, so this is the book. All the ones we're going to do in this series are, I believe, in this book,
Mhm.
at least somewhere. So if you wanted to do different size of it, it will give you what you need to cut in order to do that.
And the one thing about the blocks that we're doing is they're all public domain.
Yes,
They are
they've been
old
around for
blocks. They've been around
years.
forever. Everyone has done it, called it something different, changed a little bit about it so that they could use it. But yeah, so so it may not be called Whirlwind. It may be called
Old Windmill.
Windmill. Oh, okay. So know that some of them may be called different things, and Jason will probably give you that information anyway.
Going forward, I will have that information each week, so you have a book, you know which one to look at.
Okay.
All right. I got nothing else. That was pretty much the gist of everything. It was a good time. I did enjoy this today.
Yeah.
I miss putting blocks together.
Yeah.
So make sure you tell your friends, bring them next week as we do another block, and we'll tell you midweek what that's going to be.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to do them in cave, order some fat quarters. Oh, how do you order fat quarters on our website?
I don't know. Tell them.
You go, you pick out whichever ones you want, you order 1/4 of a yard, and then in the notes, you say, please cut as fat quarter. We absolutely will.
And it'll be done. Magic.
Yep.
Like that. And just like that, I think we've done what we can do today.
All right. Thanks, everyone. I think we'll see you
Wednesday.
Okay. See you Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.